everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie.
In preparation for today's reading, this pick a card, as you can see from the title, is based on the best thing for you and what good news is activating for you now. So with this intention, the point of this reading is to bring clarity in regards to some aspect of your life that you don't see the positive value in, and to then show you how it's leading up to some sort of prosperous portal, new beginning, awakening, etc., for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the preparation. There are 3 groups, and I'm going to pull them right here. So here we have 3 groups. Group number 1 is represented by this trust card. Group number 2 is represented by the fulfillment card. And group number 3 is represented by the miracles card. Feel free to pause the screen if needed to make your selections. And we're going to go ahead and dive into today's pick a card reading to find out, again, what was the best thing for you, to help bring clarity to some sort of situation in regards to how it was actually most beneficial for you moving forward. And with that moving forward energy, we're going to be tapping in to find out how is it activating some sort of good news, portal, awakening, meeting, reconciliation, etc., for your greatest and highest good. Let's go ahead and dive on in. A closer look at the signifying cards for each group. Again, group number 1 is represented by trust, group number 2 is represented by fulfillment, and group number 3 is represented by miracles. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that will be the very first link in the description box down below. Head on over to my website and book the reading that fits your current needs. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always message me through my site with the direct chat box that's in the lower right-hand corner on my website. And by the way, whenever you do that, just talk about what it is that you want to talk about. Let's get straight to the point, because a lot of people just message me and say, hey, I have a question. And if I'm being honest, I don't respond to those, because half the time when I do, they respond with something weird that has nothing to do with my business, or they just never get back. So just get straight to the point and I got you, babes. All right. That's if you have any questions, comments, concerns when messaging me through my website. And again, that's the very first link in the description box to book a personal reading. Second link in the description box is access to Patreon, where you will get content that you will never see here on the main channel. We have a great time over on Patreon, and there are 3 different tiers. I highly recommend any of the tiers, but the top tier, All Things Tay, allows you to access for $20 a month every single reading that I ever put up on the channel for every tier, because there are 3 tiers. But also you get to choose if you would like to participate in monthly readings. You get 1 personal reading for yourself, which is valued at nearly $30, $40 depending on the season of my personal readings, but you definitely get more bang for your buck over on Patreon. All right, and I do thank you for donations to the channel. Those of you that have already donated, my deepest gratitude to you, because you allow me to continue what I'm doing right here, right now, which is what I love to do the most for you. And if you would like to donate to the channel, that is the P.O. box down below if you would like to send something for the channel, and the virtual tip jar in the description box down below if you would like to donate. Now, no long talking. Let's go ahead and get this ish on and pop in. Group number 1. that chose the trust card. Let's go ahead and dive into your reading and find out what are we needing to dive into to show you clarity and a higher, more knowledgeable perspective in regards to things that have unfolded in your life, whether here recently or in the past. This is meant to bring you clarity, and then it's meant to activate some good news and prosperity for you in regards to where this will lead moving forward. So let's go ahead and dive into the reading. I'm going to place your first card here and pull the rest and deliver your message. All right, so group number 1, let's go ahead and dive into your reading. And I want to start with the trust, openness, mice, discord among friends or family, vine, seek out information that will help you. Starting with the top cards. Feels like you've trekked long miles. You've put in laborious hours for people that would never do the same, or people that required this of you as some sort of initiation to prove your worth or to prove yourself to them. This top message referring to the best thing for you is actually the discord that you have faced with the people in your life that have come, that have gone, those that you've reconciled with, those that are no longer around you. You've learned some difficult lessons in regards to connections and the people around you. And the reason why this is the best thing for you is because it's brought you to a more logical space. For some of you, it's brought you into some sort of level of interest with psychology, sociology, people, their functionality, why they do the things that they do, and also how to read people and situations and to predetermine necessary outcomes before getting yourself into trouble. And when I say predetermined necessary outcomes, I mean doing research. Those same individuals that made you jump through hoops were meant to kind of teach you to do the same to other people, but in a less malicious way. because I feel as though you may have taken on this everyone is innocent until proven guilty concept. And I think that that brought you a lot of discord, a lot of harm. It may have even put you in some dangerous situations, whether you realize this or not. What this was meant to do was awaken you to the ugly truths of the world and the ugly truths of people, and to also teach you how to balance being open and being trustful, but with maintaining boundaries, and when to recognize a red flag when it's there, not to try to overlook it or to make excuses for it. And to also allow time to tell, because that innocent until proven guilty thing may have led to you rushing certain situations, conversations, relationships with people. And had you sat back and observed, or did some research, or did some digging, or just observed and let this person reveal themselves to you, or let these people reveal themselves to you, you would have most definitely been able to avoid some trauma, drama, pain, and difficult circumstances. But we're not here to dwell on that, because we're focusing on the lesson of it all. And so now we're going to dive into this bottom row here and what this is, or what this has activated for you. And on the bottom row here, the number 46, we have the thinking man. We have the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups, the Moonstone with cycles. I am in the divine flow of my soul rhythms and life cycles with soul sight, however it's pronounced, skull sight, peace. I am an instrument of peace. So I want to zone in on these first three cards on the bottom row layout, because to me, they are, number one, these two are the exact same. In this deck, when I see the thinking man, to me, that is the King of Swords. So you have double King of Swords energies. And then you have the Queen of Swords, which is the counterpart to the King of Swords energy. And the Nine of Cups. This has a lot to do with selfish intent, desires, motives, and double-minded individuals. I want to take note of how this Queen of Swords has these two King of Swords energies behind her, meaning the toxicity of the double-minded individuals, or those that have motives that they don't reveal, is behind you, because you have learned from the discord with others how to focus on yourself, how to be more selfish, and how important that is. Again, I talked about how people probably made you jump through hoops and valleys and do all these crazy things to prove yourself to them. And you were meant to learn to kind of take that and filter it through some purity, through some holy water, if you will, for your own use. Because again, having that innocent until proven guilty mentality, that concept, it broke you, it ruined you. And so now you have the boundary of being more selfish first, of being selfish first, period. So it's a lot more complex and difficult for double-minded individuals or people that have ulterior motives, snakes. It's a lot harder for them to get to you. It's a lot harder for them to access you. This lets me know that you have cycled through your karmic relations with people, as long as you maintain this energy and remember the lesson and move forward with it. Moonstone. cycles. I am in the divine flow of my soul rhythms and life cycles. You have forgotten some sort of past karmic lessons that had to resurface in this lifetime, and now you've got it on lock. And you know what else you have on lock? Is peace, because you've embraced this energy as your truth. So if you've been questioning or doubting your boundaries, your selfishness, your questioning of people, if you question the way in which you allow them to access you because you feel like you may be being too complex, too difficult, or too harsh, no. Maintain that rhythm, maintain that energy, because you being in this Queen of Swords and this Nine of Cups energy lets me know that you've got so much more to take care of. You've got so much to handle. You've got so much on your plate. You've got so much to achieve, to accomplish, to focus on. And although humans do like, enjoy, and need companionship to a certain extent, at what point do you draw the line between toxicity and that companionship? Are you so desperate for companionship that you take the most toxic relationships, friendships, and just accept them? No. So you're focused on you, the task at hand, and people, places, and things that can build you up moving forward, and not falling victim to situations because you craved companionship over your truth, your divine flow, your soul's rhythm and peace. Never desire another's company over your peace, over yourself, over you. Never. And I'm getting that because you are falling into this flow, you will never self-destruct due to someone else's snaky energy, rat-like energy. Again, you will never fall victim to it again. This is not to say that, oh, people won't lie, they won't trick you, but it won't be self-defeating in your case. And this is all that I have for my group number ones. Trust your process, trust your boundaries, and always, always put yourself first. This is not to say that if you have $1 and you see someone asking for some money, this is not to say that you can't give them that $1. You can totally give them that $1, because if they have ulterior motives or whatever they plan to do with that $1, that's their business. But I'm talking about the ones that want to come into your world and just rip everything apart, rip it to shreds, and then leave you with nothing. We've been there, done that, and we ain't going back. Group number 2 that chose the fulfillment card. Let's go ahead and dive into your reading, where we're going to be talking about something that you don't realize has been the best thing for you. This reading is intended to bring clarity to the situation and then to show you how it's opening up a portal of positivity, abundance, grace, gratitude, and blessings for you. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to pull your cards and then deliver your messages. I'm hearing a song that I haven't heard in a very long time. Have you ever needed someone so bad, but he ain't willing to make it last? Oh, that's Fantasia sometimes you gotta lose to win again. I'm not sure. I think it's titled Win to Lose or Lose to Win. Just type in Fantasia, lose to win, and I'm sure it'll pop up. Okay? If I remember, I will link it down below. Okay, group number 2. I want to focus and hone in on the top row because this is going to reveal to us the best thing for you, the thing that you may be questioning the validity or the blessing. You may be questioning how. Okay, so we have, again, your main card, fulfillment. Then we have diligence. We have carrot, opportunity or windfall. And then we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Okay. So let me address something that's being brought to me right now before we even dive into everything. And it's something about controlling your emotions, your emotional response, controlling your emotional body. Most specifically, a need to be aware of your emotions and your emotional body and the actions that they lead you to take, especially when you are already in a blessed or favorable position. Because your top row is giving really great energy, actually. So for the energy to be great, yet it's in the space of us questioning this blessing. This is giving that vibe of a blessing and a curse. A simple way to put this is pretty privilege or attractiveness. Because people will say that that's a way that you can play up on your looks and get the things that you want. But anyone with pretty privilege or anyone that is deemed as attractive in that sense knows that it's not always that simple. Okay? Or someone who was born into wealth or abundance, yet they feel like they don't have the emotional connections. So what good is the money if I don't have love? This top row is revealing to me something good, something great, something grand. For some of you, it was literally a wish or a dream come true, something that you've worked up towards, yet it seems to be the best and worst thing that's ever happened to you. The revelation here is to let you know that that's just a part of life. It's meant to reveal to you why people say things such as that's a blessing and a curse, or be careful what you wish for. Even if you didn't wish for this or work for it, it could even be you being on the inside while everyone else is on the outside looking in, and you're telling them, be careful what you wish for. This feels like you having a grander scope of something, a higher viewpoint, and seeing the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly. But there's also something here about maintenance that is required to upkeep something as well. There's these fruits and vegetables in front of me, which brings me to the concept of a garden. And we have this diligence card where it looks like he's flying over crops where these things would usually grow. So the blessing, the beauty could be crops or some sort of opportunity or windfall or wish fulfillment that you have, yet you are required to maintain its environment, to keep it alive, upkeeping, requirements to look out for the weather, to know when it's going to rain too much, you need to cover the plants, or knowing when it's going to be too bright and you need to provide some shade, or knowing when the plant needs to be put a distance away from another plant because they could be detrimental to each other. It feels like there's a lot. There's a lot to love and there's a lot to hate. Again, passionate love or hate, strong emotion. There's a lot to love and there's a lot to hate about whatever this situation is. Again, I feel like this is something good for you. This is literally something that you wished for, something that you asked for. Now, what I didn't want to do was jump the gun or get too far ahead of myself. But what this is actually meant to do for you, which is what the bottom row is going to reveal to us, but is already showing up as, is this discipline and healthy body. To teach you the importance of maintenance and what it takes to maintain. Okay, I'm being brought to when Kim Kardashian said something about like, you don't know what it takes to run a business or something. She was talking about something about like what it takes to run a business. Okay. And no matter how you may feel about the person that I mentioned, Kim Kardashian, like no matter how you feel about them on a personal level, when you know what it takes to be in charge of something and to have to maintain it, for some of you, this is like your kids. You're like, damn, you're a blessing and a curse because my goodness, you are taking everything out of me, but I love you and I adore you. But damn, you're really pulling me to my wit's end. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. This feels like something that is draining. That's where this bottom row comes in. The number 22 here on this card is a master builder number. So again, what it takes to run a motherfucking business, honey. What it takes to be the master builder. That means that you know what's going on every level, from the foundation, the ground up. But this number 22 on this yin and yang card is revealing balance. And we're talking about balance with justice here at the center. who is balancing on her scales 4 of Swords and 10 of Swords. Rest versus burnout. Balancing rest before the burnout. Balancing rest and realizing that, okay, well, I have to burn myself out, but how am I going to get that fire flowing again? How am I going to get back to it? Discipline. So this blessing / curse that you're like, man, it's literally building up your diligence, your discipline. It's making you wiser. You are educating yourself, could be taking classes, but either way, you're learning so many lessons in this that is leading up to you being able to lead others, to teach others, and to continue to build from the ground that you started on to whatever level you're at now. And it's just going to keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher. We're aiming for sky's the limit kind of energy here. So you're in this space of, is this where you want to draw the line? Is this where you want to put the ceiling? Is this where you want to cap it? I don't think so. So we are making you agile by making you work for it, by making you put in the groundwork, the grunt work. That's what you're doing right now. You could feel like bottom tier. You could feel like you literally are the grunt. You could literally feel like you've built all this up, but yet you're still on the ground. But isn't that what real bosses and leaders do? Just because they built it, or just because they know the very tip top floors and levels and everything that it takes up there, real bosses know that you have to come back down to that foundation and make sure it's prim, clean, and prepared and ready for whatever. So this good news, the portal that is activating for you, is that you are only getting better with time, that you're only getting stronger. It's like working out, building a muscle. You push and you push and you push and you push until you can't push anymore. And you're so tired, and then you finish the workout and then you're sore. But then you go back time and time again and realize, this is getting easier. I'm getting stronger. I can up my weight. I can run longer. I can swim longer. I can go harder. I'm only getting better with time. That is what you are meant to hone in on. To see that this is turning you into, I don't even know the term. Like, I want to say a warrior, but honestly, warrior is not a big enough word here. It's not. But it's making you unrecognizable in the best way possible. You look, feel, smell, speak better than ever before. And can handle business like no one's ever seen. You're learning things that people will never learn in their lifetime because they don't know what it takes to run a freaking business, or whatever Kim said. I also want to take note of how we have the 4 of Swords here and the 10 of Swords. Y'all know I love to do math. The difference between 4 and 10 is 6, and it's the same suit. So the 6 of Swords, Justice is representing 6 of Swords energy. 6 of Swords represents ease of flow and forward movement. Everything gets easier The more that you practice, the more that you do what it takes to maintain what you've built. It's also, for those of you that this is not directly related to your physical body, it's actually meant to directly impact your physical body, meaning you start to realize what foods, what drinks, what activities are good and bad for you. Meaning you realize that every day before you go to work that you have an orange, that you have a really great day. You're invigorated. You can take on anyone and anything. But you notice that when you have a donut before you start the day doesn't really go so well. So what do? You start having oranges more often before work, before you dive into whatever this is. And it makes you even better. And not only does it make your performance better, but it also helps to heal your physical body. Shungite discipline. I practice the art of discipline and it brings freedom to my soul. So each morning when you wake up and you might want that donut, you're like, but I would rather feel like how the orange makes me feel, so I'm going to take that orange. Agate, healthy body. Every little cell in my body is happy and healthy because I chose the orange over the donut. And this isn't to say that you can't ever have a donut again, but when we are working, when we're doing what we got to do, what are we going to focus on? What's best for the business, the building, the company, your physical body? Group number 2, you are being molded into a top boss. I'm picking up on words like maverick. As Jamaicans might say, the dundada, the head, the leader. You're already that, but we're just exercising that muscle, and you're going to be bigger and better than ever before. Trust your process. This is all that I have for you, group number 2. If you'd like to book a personal reading, first link in the description box. Patreon is the second link for content that you won't catch here on the channel. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a virtual tip jar as well as a P.O. box down below. Thank you in advance, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Group number 3. That resonates with the Miracles card. I want to start off by saying that you could be seeing double rainbows, okay? Whether it be in real life or on social media, wherever, okay? Get creative about it. On somebody's shirt or something like that, okay? But double rainbows, you could be seeing those. And I don't know why Spirit's like, you need to know that that's about refracted light. Like, how rainbows are created. It's something about like refracted light. They're like, we want to talk about that refracted light. So it means that there's multiple parts to create a rainbow, meaning there's the light, that's one aspect, and then the thing that it's working with or reflecting or refracting from is the second part, and then the rainbow itself is the conclusion. So the light plus the thing that it's bouncing off of equals the rainbow. For some reason, you need to know that, okay? Let's go ahead and pull your cards and dive into your reading to get clarity on, I'm already seeing what, okay. We are about to reveal why this was the best thing for you. Although you may not see it, that's what we're here to do, is to bring you clarity to see it as a blessing and to also show you how it is going to be awakening or broadening your horizons or bringing you into a abundant portal of even more blessings to come. Now, the reason why I say I already see how this is panning out is because you may not see the rainbow or the rainbows yet. You only see the light and maybe the water or whatever it's using to refract itself. Nah, but then you would see the rainbow. So that tells me that you see the light, but you're not, the other portion of this equation has not been revealed to you. So let me put it like this. A plus B equals rainbow. A has been revealed to you. A is the sun, A is the light, but you are still waiting on B so that A and B can combine and equal the rainbow. So you just literally have not been shown all sides of this equation yet. Keep going. You have going forward. There are miraculous opportunities ahead of you. You literally have the opportunity card at the bottom of the deck, and you already have miracles with going forward. So there are miraculous opportunities ahead of you. Wow. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I also want to take note that I am talking a lot more through the process than I did with the other groups. I just kind of pulled their cards and then dove right in. So you may or may not see this right now, but your hand is being held. You are being guided. You are being led by the spirit, by intuition. So you need to trust this. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. Okay. So for some of you, you've been shown the light, and somehow the light revealed to you something that you can't have anymore. Meaning, let's just keep it simple and say that a friend or a partner has been revealed to you as a snake or as someone that you cannot trust, and so you have to remove them from your life. And what you're not seeing yet, maybe, is how this is beneficial or how this is helpful to you, how this is good for you. Ooh, bottom of the deck, chair filled, someone new is entering your life. As I just talked about, someone leaving. That position needs to be empty in order for that chair to be filled. That chair has to be empty in order for the chair to be filled. Now let's continue to pull cards. See, I kept talking about the light. What is the original light? The sun. And you have the sun here. And it's right under this angel card, spiritual guidance, protection from harm, you being shown the way. And you have all tied up at the bottom of the deck. So the light, the sun, your spiritual guidance may have you in a position where you feel as though you've been shown so many things to where it's now got you tied up to where you can't make any moves. This is intentional. We have the Six of Swords with going forward. Those are two of the same energies. The Six of Swords can literally be summarized as going forward, moving forward, things getting easier ahead. And it being followed by the Strength card lets me know that you are getting stronger as you go forward. You will gain strength as you go forward. You will be able to comprehend the equation as you go forward. This is like learning math or geometry. It takes time. You won't know everything on the first day that the information is showed to you. Malachite. healing. I am a healing machine. Ooh, manifesting miracles. You literally have the word miracles here twice, baby. Come on. Trust your process. Please trust your process. Fire, agate, creativity. I allow the creativity of my soul to shine through into my world. Trust your process. Trust your creative abilities that literally can manifest miracles into your life. And it's slowly being revealed to you as you continue to live your life. So don't look for everything right here, right now. Literally just take what you know and do what you can with what you have. Bottom of the deck says golden calcite inspiration. I am inspired in all that I do. This is the only thing that you need to focus on right now. Golden calcite inspiration, the sun. Focus on what you do know, and do not focus on what you no longer have or what you don't know. And I just walked you through, held your hand from start to finish through every card. So if you doubted your spiritual guidance, this is me telling you that you are being spiritually guided. They're calling it spiritually detained or spiritually tamed, as you would like a lion, taming a lion. It's all for a reason. There's intention here. Taming you. And this hanged man lets me know that once that energy is tamed, contained, then you will be let off of this chain, and all the change will come as needed, as necessary. Trust your process. Okay, so now let me go back to how I was supposed to be doing this reading so that we can make sense of it all. All right, so this top row reveals to me why this was the best thing for you. And again, we kind of already touched on that when I said that this could be you realizing that someone or something that you thought was a blessing actually turned out to be a snake or not so nice. Or I really feel like this is more so of an opportunity though. When I say that, I mean like a job that you go into thinking it's going to be the end all be all, or it's going to be the thing that saves you, or it's going to be the thing that changes your life, and it ends up not. It ends up crashing and burning. That was for a reason. You still take away necessary energy and necessary information from this, and that's going to help you moving ahead. What you learned in whatever this region is, this could even be like a situation where you went to school and you end up not using that degree, or you end up in a whole different field, or whatever the case may be. There was still value in this process. There was still a lesson learned, or many lessons learned in this process. That's why you have the sun here, which is awakening you to see how this is a blessing. So the information that you received in whatever this is that you felt like was given to you, and then you thought it was a blessing or a miracle, and then it crashed and burned, or it didn't do what you thought it would do, or something like that here. But you've learned so much, and that the lessons, the enlightenment is what's going to take you so much further, so much faster than if we did not take this path here. So your blessing, your gift, your lesson in all of this is your mind's agility, your mental flexibility, your different perspectives based on your past experiences and knowledge and wisdom all combined. That's leading you to that miracle. You literally have miracle at the beginning of your reading and miracle at the end of your reading. I pulled these cards from top to bottom, from left to right, and you literally start and end with a miracle. You may be sitting in your position now and be like, man, the only way that this will work out is with a miracle. Well, babes, you better get ready, because a miracle is on the way. And when I say on the way, that means that it could be here tomorrow or 5, 6, 7, 8 months, years, however much time from now. But what does that require of you? To simply keep going with the information that you do know, and don't worry about what you don't know. Move forward with what you do know, and don't worry about what you don't know. This is that concept of, in the Christian religion, biblical terms will tell you to not worry about tomorrow, for it has its own worries. Focus on today, what you know today, what you can do today. Focus on that. Focus on today, not tomorrow. Focus on the current moment and what you can do with that current moment. This is also meant to teach you true faith and how to exercise that faith. Faith is literally what you cannot see, but believing anyway. So each and every day, you cannot see the next day. You cannot see the next miracle, but you need to have faith and trust that it's there when it needs to be. God is always on time. May not be in your timing, but God is always right on time. And God is exercising your faith in that. God doesn't care about proving God's power to you. To be like, okay, fine, let me get group number 3 to finally trust me. Here, I'll give them this. Nah, God doesn't work that way. God doesn't care, because God has that power, period. Whether you believe in it or not. God is steadfast and will not reveal or do anything before God's timing just because you want it to. And as frustrating as that may be, you're meant to exercise that frustration into the longevity of your faith as you step into and step through the miracles. You are also, in that time of trusting faith, meant to focus on, what's the term that I want to use here? Innovation. Doing what you can with what you have. Again, it takes us back to that same concept, focus on today. Do what you can with what you have. You have heartache over what you no longer have. That's not here then. I just said, focus on what you can do today with what you have. Focusing on what you no longer have is not allowing you to focus on today to do what you can with what you have. You feel me? You feel me? Group number 3, I want to highlight your mental agility again and creativity. That is your innovation that gets you through each and every day. The muscle being worked for you is your mind. I also do want to state that there is a link between groups 2 and 3. So I highly recommend, if you're watching this group, to watch group number 2. Because 6 of Swords was a hefty energy that I brought up over there. Although the card didn't come out, but it came out here for you, which is all the confirmation that I need to let you know that you should definitely watch group number 2 and combine it with this message here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending you so much love, so much life. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below to let me know how it resonates, how it heals a little bit of you, and how it helps you moving forward. Thank you for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. If you would like to book a personal reading, that will be the very first link in the description box down below. Second link will take you over to Patreon for content that you won't find here on the channel. And if you'd like to donate to the channel in order to allow me to continue to do what I love to do, there is a P.O. box if you would like to send a tangible gift, or there is a virtual tip jar if you would like to donate. Sending you so much love, yet again. And until next time, take care, be well. Ta-ta for now.